everybody remembers your signal, your turn and talk and all that. All right, so I am going to set my timer, because you guys want to go home, right? Sometime today. I'm not going to talk for a really long time. I'll use on my paper, else I know what my problems are. Okay, here we go. Timer's up. First problem, when you know the answer, put your thumb up. That was quick. Let's talk. What'd you get? 21. Did anybody get a different answer than 21? Everybody agrees it's 21? Y'all knew that awfully quick. So how did we figure it out? Let's talk. How did we figure it out? Who wants to share? What'd you do?
Well, I started from 19 and then I counted 2 up.
2 up. So show me. You went 19.
20, 21.
Right. So you would call that counting up, right? Or counting on. 19, 20, 21. So you just counted on. There goes plus 2. What's your name?
Ashton.
Did I spell it right?
Yep.
So Ashton counted on. Pretty easy way to do it. Did anybody think about it in a different way to solve 19 plus 2 besides just counting on? What could you do?
I did 7 times 3.
Oh, you know another thing that makes 21? Absolutely, 7 times 3, but we want to think about how do we make 19 and 2 equal 21, okay? So that's definitely some good thinking, but we want to think about how do we make 19 plus 2 equal 21. What were you thinking?
I broke 2 in half and then had 2 ones.
Oh, okay, so what's your name?
Peyton.
What was it?
Peyton.
Peyton, P-E-Y-T-O-N. So Peyton said he broke this 2 into 2 ones. I wonder what Peyton's going to do next. Talk to your partners. Talk to your elbow, shoulder partner about what do you think Peyton's going to do next when he solves this problem?
Add
And then he just added 2.
All right, so let's come back up here and see if we can figure out what Mr. Peyton might be thinking about doing next. So who wants to take a guess about what you and your partner talked about that Peyton might be going to do next now that he's broken this 2 down into 1 and 1? What do you think?
19 plus 1 equals 20, then plus 1 equals 21.
So what about it, Peyton? Was that what you were going to do? So Peyton is going to put 19 plus 1 to equal 20 and then plus 1 to get that 21. I wonder why he would want to make a 20 instead of counting on like our friend Ashton did. Talk to that neighbor one more time. Why would he want to make this 20 instead of counting on?
Cut it from
Y'all think? Would it be? Why would you make it 20? All right, let's share. What was Peyton thinking? Why was Peyton wanting to make a 20, do you think? Somebody share with me a thumb up or a hand up. Why you think Peyton would want to make, is your hand up? Was your hand up? No? Who wants to share with me? Nobody? I heard you all talking. You want to share? I heard you say it. Why did Peyton want to make this 20? Peyton, is that what you were thinking? When I have a 20, makes it a little easier? Yeah, because these numbers are called friendly numbers, right? Have you guys talked about those? That these friendly numbers, like multiples of 10, 10, and 20, are easy to add. So if I know 20, if I have 20, 20 plus 1 is 21, 20 plus 8 is 28. It's just a little easier to add than to count on like that, for sure. So making those numbers definitely is a good strategy. So let's try another one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so your next problem. When you know the answer, put your thumb up.
What is
19 plus 5, sorry if my writing is. All right, way back in the back, what did you get, hun?
25?
She got 25. Did anybody get a different answer than 25? Oh, you got a different answer?
24.
24. Did anybody get a different answer than 25 or 24? No? So we all agree it's one of those two? So let's figure it out. Which one could it be or which one is it? So who wants to share their thinking on how they figured it out? What'd you do, hun? First of all, which answer are you defending? 25 or 24? Okay. So what did you do to get 24?
I got 20 and then I added the 5 and then I minus 1.
Oh, interesting. So you just said this is 20 plus 5. said 25 minus 1 is 24. I need y'all to talk to that shoulder partner one more time.
Yes.
Why is she minusing 1? What happened to the problem here?
Let's say subtraction. I shaded 20 plus 5 because that would be 25. So shaded it off into and that's like 19
All right, so come back to me. So tell me your name, sweetheart. Spell that for me. Salma said that she said 20 plus 5, and that was 25, and then she took 1 away. So, I don't know, why is she taking 1 away? What happened that's causing Salma to have to do that? Yes.
So she basically just made the 19 10, and then she added the 5, and then she subtracted 1, because if you subtract 1 from 20, it's
Okay, so you said she made the 19 a 10. Did she make the 19 a 10?
a 20.
A multiple of 10, right? So how did she make that 19 a 20?
She added
Okay, so really she added 19 plus 1 here, right? So she changed her problem to 20 plus 5, and I heard you guys kind of saying that the problem's not 20 plus 5, right? The problem is 19 plus 5, so she did that. And so I wonder why Selma would want to change that to a 20 and a 5. Who could tell me why she wants to change it? What do you think?
Because since it has a 0, since it's 20, it's easier to add.
Absolutely. So she can just kind of change that in her head. How is that different than what we did over here? How is this making a 20 different than this making a 20 over here? Talk to your neighbor. How are those two makings of a 20 different?
because one of them is bad answer because the other one just added. Oh yeah, because easier that way.
Okay, so let's come back and talk about what you were thinking. So Peyton made a 20 by doing something over here, and then Selma made a 20 in a little bit different way. I need us to talk about what's the difference. What's the difference between these two ways to make a 20? Do you have it, honey? Do you want to share?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I said because Salma only added 1 to the 19 to make 20, but Peyton, he put 2 ones.
Okay, where did he get those 2 ones?
He got them from that 2 right there.
Okay, so how is that different than what Selma did?
Because Selma, I don't know where she got the 1 from, but
Yeah, you're right. Did she get the 1 from any number to change it? So you're right. What was your name, hon? Kenny is making a good point here. That Peyton took the 1 from another number and made a 20. Selma just kind of said, hey, let's make it a 20, right? Can you do that? Yeah. Sure, because it makes it a little easier in her head. I wonder if we could have gotten that 1 from another number. Let's see if we have another way to solve 19 plus 5 that somebody wants to share. What about you, honey?
You can do 9 plus 5, which is 14.
Okay.
And add 10.
All right, so he said you can do 9 plus 5. Well, I don't see a 9. I see a 19 and a 5. So talk to your shoulder partner one more time. Where is that 9 coming from that he's talking about?
You can break the 19 down. You can break it down. And then you add 9 plus 5, which is 14. And then you add your 10 again, which is 24. Basically.
Okay, come back with me. Tell me your name, sweetheart. Lorenzo. Can you spell it? Lorenzo?
I just wanted Leo.
Just Leo? Oh, okay. Can I do that, Leo? Is that okay? All right, so 19 and 5. He is saying he added a 9 and a 5. So somebody tell me, where's this 9 coming from? Oh, he broke the 19 into a 10 and a 9, didn't he? He decomposed it. Because I can't add 5 to 9 without breaking that 9 out of that 19 first, right? It has to be by itself. So he did 9 and 5, and he got his 14, and then he did plus 10, and he got 24 as well. So, Lorenzo or Leo, which do you prefer to be called?
I don't
You don't care? Okay, so how did you know 9 and 5 are 14?
If you would do 10 plus 5, it would be 15, but you would have to take away 1
Oh.
because you added 1 from 9.
So when you thought about this problem, you said 10 plus 5 is 15, take away 1? Where have we heard something like that before? Did y'all hear that before? Earlier up here? When she changed that kind of same thinking, right? So sometimes it's a little easier when we have a 10, a 9 plus something to make it a 10. So he could have made that 9 plus 1 and made it a 10 plus 5, and I don't have a dry erase board, which would have been 15 and then minus 1 to get my 14 over here before he did that. So that's good thinking. Did anybody do 19 plus 5 a different way before I put up our last problem for the day? Nobody did it a different way? Nobody? Okay, let's do the last one. Are you ready? 19. And I forgot that we should have talked about that answer was correct. 19 plus 8. What'd you get? Put your thumb up when you know. Okay, it looks like a lot of my thumbs are up already. So here's what I want you to do before we share our answer. I want you to talk to that shoulder partner, and I want you to say 2 things. What's the answer, and how'd you figure it out? Go. All right, back with me. I heard some great conversations. You guys do some good math talking out there. I like it. So let's talk first. What's the answer? So let's share those first. What's the answer? 27. Does everybody agree with that? Yes. Everybody know he has a different answer. Okay, so 27 we agree on. So now let's talk about all those ways, because you had a bunch of ways you were discussing out there. Who wants to share a way that they figured out it was 27? You want to share? You don't want to? Okay, share a way then. How did y'all figure it out?
I took a 1 from an 8, so I got 20. So 20 plus 7 equals 27.
Okay, I like your thinking. What's your name? Devin. D-E-V-I-N. All right, Devin. So you said you took 1 from the 8. If you take 1 from the 8, what's left? 7. And then what did you do?
Add the 19 or 20.
Okay.
So 20 plus 7 equals 27.
Awesome. So, sorry, my writing is awful. Devin used that friendly number too, didn't he? He made that multiple of 10 real quick. And kind of like our friend Peyton did earlier, he took that 1 from another number, and then he gave it to the 19 to make a 20, and then had 27. Did anybody do this one in a different way? What about you?
I broke the 8 down into 2 parts, 4 and 4.
Okay. And then what?
And then I did 19 plus 4, which is 23, and then I added 4, which is 27.
Okay. How did you know 19 and 4 were 23?
Because I've always learned that the 9 sucks up 1 from a number.
Okay. So when you say that, is that kind of what we've been talking about? That you're kind of taking 1 from the 4 and giving it to it? So that makes it a 20, and then there's 3 left? So that's kind of way you just think about it all the time. That's good. What's your name?
Jonathan?
Jonathan. All right, one more way. Did anybody think about 19 plus 8 in a different way that we haven't shared up here, that I haven't talked to? I think I talked to you in the back. You want to share with us?
Yes, I did. The way I figured it out was 9 plus 8 is 17.
Okay.
Drop your 1. 1 plus 1 is 2.
Okay.
Therefore, giving us 27.
Okay, so let's talk through that again. You said 9 plus 8, so where are you getting your 9 from?
The 19.
Okay, so you decompose the 19 into 10 and 9?
Yes.
Okay, so you have 10 and 9. And then what did you put together next?
I said 9 plus 8 is 17.
Okay.
Drop the 1.
Okay.
The 1 and the 17, not the 1 and the 19.
Okay,
The
so
1 and the 17.
So our new problem now is 17 plus 10. So you're telling me to take the 17 apart?
Right.
Okay,
And
so
then add the ones.
are they ones or are they one?
And then add the ones from the two. What I mean by add ones is add the ones from the 2 numbers that we just put together for the problem.
Gotcha. So the 17 and the 10, you're saying put together these ones, but are they worth 1 or how much are they worth?
They're worth 10.
Right. So you're putting together your 2 10s to get what?
To get 17.
Well, your 2
20.
10, right, 20. So you're getting 2 10s together to equal 20. and you're getting 27. So you decomposed, added your ones together, and then added your 17 and 10s. That's some good thinking. Y'all want to share one more? Okay, what's your way?
I did 19 plus 8, which was 27. I knew that. And then I rechecked my answer by doing 27 minus 8, and I got 19.
Oh, so you did a check of your answer, so to make sure we're right. Do you want to share one more way though that we found 19 plus 8? Go ahead.
I took the 5 from, I took a 5 from the 9,
Okay.
4 from the 19, and then I had 15, and then I added 8, 15, and then I got 23, and then I had that 4, and then I had that 5 still, then I had to add that to the 23. No, 18 plus 5 is 20, 15 plus 8 is 22, and then, 23, and then I
23?
added my 5 to the 8, to 23, and then I got 28, but then I had to take away 1. Put that 10.
Oh, so you were thinking of this as a 5 and making it 28 and then taking 1 away? So if we had our 4 there, then it would be 27. Okay, so let's think about one thing before we leave. You guys had some great thinking in your number talk. I want you to think about quick ways to find these answers, because in our heads, when we're doing this in our head, we got to think about like the fastest way to find this answer. So if you think that the fastest way to find this answer would be to make those friendly numbers like the 20, I'm just going to use Peyton's original one over here as our number 1. If you think that's the fastest, you're going to give me a number 1. If you think breaking into place value parts is the fastest, you're going to give me a 2. If you think Jonathan's way was the fastest, where we're breaking numbers into other parts and finding different sums is the fastest, I want you to give me a number 3. So instead of a thumb this time, if you think this will give us the answer quicker by making that friendly number 1 here, if you think that breaking into place value parts and adding those pieces, 2. And if you think just adding different sums together by breaking the numbers or decomposing the numbers, put 3. Ready, set, put your fingers up right here. Awesome, great, excellent job. So that's some good thinking. I see a lot of people who are liking this make a 10 or make a 20 strategy. It does make it a little quicker for sure. But these other strategies work, but that one definitely makes it work in our head a little bit faster. You guys were awesome. Thank you for letting me do a number talk with you today in your library time. So you enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend, okay?